tell you guys a LARP story before we jump in. So, I think I have to preface this story with the fact that this weekend was super deadly. Like, this weekend was a scary game. The game this weekend was a scary place to live, you know? We had some very, very nasty things on the go and just generally didn't pull a lot of punches this game. At the end of it, we got told, like, that it was like a return to games that had happened in the past, but not for a long time, you know, in terms of that, like, fighting is not always an option. You can't always win. And sometimes you have to run, or you have to hide, and you have to wait it out. Because there isn't another way to genuinely deal with the problem. But yeah. So, let's do it chronologically. Let's do stories chronologically this morning. So, the first thing that was really on the go was the Harvester. Now, you've probably heard stories about the Harvester before if you watched my other LARP stories. If not, I may have skipped over it. I'm not entirely sure because it's been a point of plot, and now that it's resolved, I can like talk about it in a way that isn't like super vague. So the Harvester is this big straw golem that was menacing them pretty much every night during the last 3 games before this, and this game. And they'd been looking for a solution to how to get rid of it. Because it's like this big straw golem that spawns a lot of smaller straw golems, and they keep spawning off it till it dies, so it's a very, like, sustained fight, and it takes a lot of hits, and it's very durable, and it hits hard. So, it's scary. And it's been menacing them for night after night, basically. And last week, I'm sure I told you about the adventure into the Far Realm, where they killed this big, like, crow thing, and there's like a boss fight, and it was super cool. Or not last week, but last month. They got some blood from it that was supposed to, like, kill the Harvester if you poured it on the Harvester when it was down. So they managed to do that this weekend. They managed to pour the blood of the big crow thing onto the Harvester to hopefully permanently destroy it. So the fight with the Harvester went as we expect the fight with the Harvester to go. It's a little bit of like a, you know, half an hour to 45 minutes slug out with a bunch of NPCs. And the Harvester is a scary, scary, scary guy. He swings for 12 dark. And basically that means you take 12 damage straight to the body. You know, it goes through your armor. Dark and light both go through armor. But so he swings for 12 dark. Not many people could stand up to more than 2 hits of that. And they took him down. And so his corpse is lying on the ground. We're all dead. We're standing out a game. And I had been wearing a tabard underneath the piece of burlap that I was wearing. I take the burlap off, and I've got like a black tabard on underneath. And one of the shapers calls a hold, which means that everybody stops and listens. And he says, as you pour the blood onto the Harvester, a black figure emerges in like a sludge that congeals there. A small child. And then it explodes. Everyone in a 20-foot radius take 20 dark. Area of effect. And there were lots of people standing within 20 feet. You could see them all, like, out of character because we're in a hold. Like, nobody's moved. They're going like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So it's like, and then the small child explodes. Everybody take 20 dark. And 4 small raven-like creatures emerge from the explosion. And then, you know, me and my 3 friends with black tabards go and, like, stand in the right place. And then the Shaper goes, okay, 3, 2, 1, lay on. And as he said lay on, which is, like, the signal to go, everybody around the Harvester just went flop, 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 flop. Like, and it was like a circle of people who were dead. Circle of people who were down. Like, very, very scary amount of people went down when that happened. And then, with all of them down, our little crow things, like, ran rampant on the rest. They managed to tidy us up, but it was a scary situation. Real scary for the town in general. Thankfully, with some quick thinking from one of the healers, they joined all the hands together of, like, the people who were on the ground, and then cast healing hands, like, through a joined circle of people. So they managed to get everybody back up. I don't think anybody took a death during that fight, but it was like the harbinger of things to come for that event, and that it was only going to get worse, and that things were going to be nasty. So yeah, I think that's the first story for today. The Harvester. The Harvester defeated forever. Or not, I don't know, but the Harvester defeated forever, I think.